Hi guys. So sorry, I was working very late today, from 6 to 8. Okay, I'm back. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's live. As always, I'll write the word chat in the chat, and I need this keyboard because the other one doesn't work. Without the plus. So this is the chat. and so that you can see where the chat is. That's where you can write all your questions, and at the end of the live I'll answer them. I haven't drunk anything. I'm just active and content and relaxed. What can I say? I did okay. I'll tell you later. Answer them as usual. I'll also share a bit about my current life at the end. The main part of today's live consists of reading the media book of the day aloud. You can find the full live schedule for 2026 in a blog article. I'll give you the link later in the first comment, in the pinned comment. And I'll write that down because otherwise I will forget. I will put it in the chat, and I will also put it somewhere else. I need something where I can jot down random tasks that appear in my head. I will write down random things, other miscellaneous. It's enough. I don't need three synonyms to know what this page means. I wrote down all three synonyms. Okay, so I wanted to write down that I want to post the blog post about the live schedule in English because it's important that you know. Okay, I'll share the link with you in a pinned comment. Pinned comment. Okay. So, a quick note about the 6 languages. I'm German. If you can't hear, I'm German. So you can learn German with me without an accent. In the other languages, I have a German accent. Oh, interesting. She's German. She has a German accent in all languages. In French, less than in English and Russian, which is surprising. I don't know. That's why I recommend that in addition to the lives, you also read and listen to the media books. Okay, you need another link. I'll give you this link instantly because it's just polyglotmona.com, and then I click English, and then I click Shop English, and then I click in the URL, copy. It takes more than 10 seconds, doesn't it? Okay. So this is the link to the shop, and you can get the media books in the shop. So, so that you can learn German without an accent, but as I'm German, I have a German accent in all the other languages. That's why I recommend that you buy the media books. Each media book always includes a text, an audio, and a video, spoken and corrected by native speakers. You can get the media books in my shop. Just click on your language on the top menu and then choose the second item in the menu, or click this link in the chat. Media book, The Wandering Tree. Oh, no. So that's the moment when I read. Let me see. Let me see. Maybe not. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Good. Very good. So, can I have this in my task? It doesn't matter. It's just I know where it is and what it's called. Okay, it's the series 1000 Stories, a bilingual series in 6 languages. The Wandering Tree. Once upon a time, there was a tree that lived in a large forest alongside many other trees. But he wasn't happy. He didn't know what made him so unhappy. Day after day, he'd wake up in the morning and everything was the same. He stretched and greeted his neighbors. "Good morning, Oak. How are you? Did you sleep well?" asked the tree. "Good morning, neighbor. I'm fine, thank you. No complaints whatsoever." That's Eckhart Tolle. I didn't drink. What is the matter with me? Uh, it rained and new shoots are growing on my branches. How about you? Asked the oak. I don't know. Nothing grows on me again. I feel strange. Something is missing. The tree replied thoughtfully. Then asked the owl. She's so wise. Maybe she knows what to do. That's true. I hadn't thought of that. I'll go ask her. Thanks for the tip, the tree said with hope. And he called out to the owl, who was just flying home for dinner and sleep as she worked at night. Owl, may I ask you something? I have a little problem, the tree called. Of course, the owl replied patiently. But don't shout. I'm right here. What do you want to ask? Every morning I wake up and nothing grows on me. No shoots, no blossoms, nothing. Something is missing. The owl thought for a moment and then asked him a question. What could you be missing? What do you wish for? Surprised, the tree paused. I'm not sure. I have everything the other trees have: water, soil, and sun. The owl shook her head and remarked, That's not what you're missing. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so unsatisfied. Let's try something. The owl settled comfortably in a hollow of the tree and began to hum a wonderful melody with her melodic voice. Close your eyes, my friend, and let yourself drift. The tree closed his eyes and relaxed. Dream of the place where you'd like to be tomorrow and visit yourself there. Do you see where you are? The tree dreamed of the place he wanted to be, but it wasn't the forest he stood in now. It wasn't a forest at all. He saw rivers, lakes, mountains, and meadows. It was beautiful. He vaguely remembered experiencing this before. In a dream, perhaps? The owl continued her soothing song. Look at what you see and float like a bird above yourself to see what you look like. The tree imagined himself floating above and looked down at himself. He was full of leaves and blossoms, and he was moving. He stood at the edge of a hill, looking down at a lake. How could that be? That was impossible. The owl's song guided him further. How did you get here? Why do you feel so well here? He drifted in his daydream, tracing back his steps, and saw the forest where he now lived in the distance. He saw a vast meadow lying between him and the forest. How did he get here? He floated closer to himself in the dream and whispered his question into his own ear. Tree, who is me but tomorrow? How did you get here? Why are you here? The tree, who he was but tomorrow, grinned happily and winked at him. Take the first step, my friend. The owl sang the next verse of her song. Who are you? Who are you tomorrow? Who are you truly? The tree imagined his tomorrow self. Tree, who is me but tomorrow? Who are you? Tomorrow's tree laughed and gestured with a branch full of blossoms around him. Don't you see the meadow, the lake, the river, and the mountains? How do you think I got here? The tree looked around once more and suddenly noticed footprints on the ground. They were deep, large prints, unlike anything he'd ever seen. He followed the footprints back to the forest and recognized the place where he lived. The owl's soothing song continued. You've seen who you are and where you are. Where did you come from? The tree saw he had started from home and walked across the meadow. The owl woke the tree from his daydream. Come back to the here and now. Tell me, what did you see? The tree awoke from the daydream and looked around, bewildered. He was back where he always stood. Everything was the same. Then he understood why he wasn't happy. He wasn't an ordinary tree. He wasn't meant to stay in the same place all his life. He was a wandering tree. He wanted to see other places too, and now he knew how to get there. Dear owl, the tree said, thank you for this journey into the future. I know now who I am and what I must do. He took his first step. It was the first step any tree had ever taken. He pulled all his roots out of the ground. Then he moved his roots step by step. The owl was utterly surprised. She had never seen anything like this before. There she sat in the tree hollow, watching as the tree began to move. The owl cried out excitedly, What are you doing? What are you doing? Woohoo! Help! You're moving, but you're a tree. The tree grinned and calmed the bewildered owl. It's all right. Don't worry. I'm just going for a little walk. I found out who I am and what I need. I'm a wandering tree and I need movement. The owl sighed deeply, trying to calm herself as the branches shook like in a storm. The wandering tree stepped out of the forest. He crossed a vast meadow filled with flowers and soon reached a cliff. From there, he had a wonderful view. He saw the mountains and the valley below. In the valley, there was a river flowing into a large lake. On the river bank, there were beautiful trees, and he could see people walking along a path. He felt a great longing and wanted to wander down there right away, but a long journey lay ahead. He smiled and said to the owl, "A long road lies ahead. Will you join me?" The owl replied, "Yes, I'd love to. I should really travel more too. Maybe I'll meet other owls along the way." And so they set out to begin their journey together. And if they haven't died, they are still wandering to this day. I know, I love this story way too much for a story that I have written myself. I'm not that great an author, but I love this story. It's just so from my inner self. It's from deep within. So yeah, here's my story number one. Uh, no questions. Okay, then I'll tell you a bit about the past few days since the past life. I would say I'm well on my way to becoming the person I wanted to become. That fits this story so well. I've been trying for a very long time to move these Mediabook series forward, and next month is the month, well, this month is the month when I start publishing these Mediabook series step by step. I'm really proud of that. I finished and published the 2 forewords of the first chapter of my multimedia learning novel. Now it's time to continue with the actual novel. For each section of the novel, there are also vocabulary lists to practice pronunciation and exercises to practice both the content and the learning goals. In addition, in each section from A to L, that is in each of the 12 chapters, there is an additional media book. This means that in chapter 1, there is the first media book from each series of the 12, from each of the 12 series. I've also transferred these 12 series from Shopify to WordPress. I know that I have this blog post. I can give you this blog post, the 12 series. I published so much yesterday and the day before that. Just a moment, it's opening. Category English. New subscriptions protected. What is a media book? Protected. All media books protected. Where to find each series. That's it. I'm proud that I managed to. I always need this keyboard. I managed to publish all these blog posts that I wanted to publish for so long. So I gave you the link. So these are the 12 series. On the Polyglot website, they are now all listed again under the blog articles. So I gave you the link, so just click the link. I find these series the most interesting and helpful, not only for learning, but also for personal development and for enjoying life. My most important values are freedom and enjoyment. And that's exactly what these series reflect. Variety is also part of enjoyment for me. On Thursday, I also met someone I got to know through Facebook dating. We are still in touch and we'll probably see each other again next week. More about that in the next live, short video, or blog article. I wish you all a lovely evening, good night, and see you next time. Bye bye.